There's supposedly a mysterious lost city of the Kalahari Desert of southern Africa. Now, where is the Kalahari Desert exactly? It spans various countries of the continent of Africa, Botswana, Namibia, South Africa, and it has vast expanse of arid, sandy savanna, and that's called the Kalahari Desert, sprawling over 350,000 square miles. The word Kalahari comes from the local Tswana word Gala, meaning of great thirst. Galagadi, meaning a waterless place, and Kalahari Desert, of course, is the name that it takes. Immense swaths of land that look something like from some inhospitable alien planet, gnarled trees, dead trees, concorded rocks, shifting sands of dunes devoid of any water, and this is for the most part forbidding moonscape of a place. It was long a domain that has well been another world for outsiders, but in 1885, one of the first Westerners to set foot on these areas ventured into an uncharted area of the Kalahari Desert and would lay eyes upon the mystery that still remains unexplained. The expedition was carried out by an American explorer from New York, an entertainer named William Leonard Hunt, who in his native land made a living performing death-defying stunts such as tightrope walks over the Niagara Falls, as well as exhibiting African bushmen like a human zoo. Usually went by his alias Guillermo Farini, the Great Farini. February of '88, he set out for Cape Town, South Africa, along with a contingent of fellow adventurers, some native guides, and his son Lulu. The goal of the trip was not particularly noble. They were not there to map out the new realm of a planet, but rather they were there to get rich by seeking out diamonds, which Farini heard the region was brimming with. And the adventurers penetrated into that area of the desert, never before seen by a Westerner, an outsider. And when they returned, they did so with quite a tale to tell. So, the Kalahari Desert, upon the return, Farini immediately went about compiling the report of his findings, presented them to the Berlin Geographical Society in 1885, and the Royal Geographic Society of the UK, Great Britain, in 1886, followed by a book on what he had seen and experienced in those sun-scorched winds. The book was titled Through the Kalahari Desert. And one of the main events of the book was an account of coming across the ruins of what looked like once a great city, but half buried in the red sands of the dunes, in which she estimated have been there for thousands of years. Now, according to Wikipedia, the lost city of Kalahari is a historical mystery. Exploration archaeology dating to the end of the 19th century. History reports the existence of the ruined city found in the Kalahari Desert in southern Africa. As we said, William Leonard Hunt, the Canadian Guillermo Farini, one of the first Westerners to go to this unexplored portion of the Kalahari Desert, and he published the book given to in a paper to the Royal Geographic Society. And the book Farini describes the ruins as this: a half-buried ruin, a huge wreck of stones, on a lone and desolate spot, a temple or a tomb for human bones, left by men to decay and rot, rude sculptured blocks from the red sand project, and shapeless, uncouth stones appear, some great man's ashes designed to protect, buried many 1,000 year. Obviously, he was trying to make a poem out of this. A relic may be of a glorious past, a city once grand and sublime, destroyed by earthquake, defaced by the blast, swept away by the hand of time. And Legends and the Search, at the start of the 20th century, Farini's observation gave birth to legend throughout South Africa, and some people claim to have seen an abandoned boat or even a stone quarry in an empty desert. Others attempted to explain the presence of this unknown civilization with comparisons to archaeological finds at Great Zimbabwe. I don't know too much about African history, but the Great Zimbabwe is a ruined city in the southeastern hills of Zimbabwe near Lake Mutirikwe, and the town of Masvingo, and it was the capital of the Kingdom of Zimbabwe during the late Iron Age, and that was around the final epoch of the three-age division of the prehistory and proto-history of humans. It was preceded by the Stone Age and the Bronze Age. The concept has been mostly applied to Europe and the ancient Near East, and by analogy also to other parts of the Old World. Construction in the city began in the 11th century and continued until it was abandoned in the 15th century, and the constructions and buildings were erected by the ancient Shona. The Shona are the Bantu ethnic group native to southern Africa, primarily the country of Zimbabwe, where they form a vast majority of the people. So that's the Great Zimbabwe, believed to have served as a royal palace for the local monarch. And the earliest written mention of Great Zimbabwe ruins was in 1531 by Vincenzo Pigalo, according to Wikipedia. Great Zimbabwe. Now, from 1932, 25 expeditions were launched to find this mysterious lost city of Kalarahi. They crisscrossed the desert area in the direction of Farini. F.R. Paver and Dr. W.M. Burchards headed out from Uppington to search the desert sands, flying over even the area in reconnaissance aircraft and subsequently suggesting a number of explanations, but they failed to find any signs of construction in the area. Well, you know, obviously, that was at that time, but somebody did it today with the radar-penetrating satellite images as well. You can very well find out what's underneath the sands. Now, a possible solution to the mystery: A.J. Clement researched the story in 1964 and advanced a new theory. Clement claimed his study of Farini's description of his route highlighted inconsistencies in Farini's story. Clement concluded that Farini went deep into southern Africa, but he never actually went to the heart of the Kalahari Desert, where he claimed the lost city was sited. To test this premise, Clement explored what he regarded as Farini's true route and discovered a set of monumental rocks resembling walls. Clement concluded that Farini's lost city, quote-unquote, was shown to exist, but as a natural formation. Clement had found a geological curiosity dating back 180 million years to the great upheaval accompanied by the birth of the Drakensberg Mountains in South Africa. The stones are composed of dolerite, a particular type of igneous rock which can erode to give the appearance of straight and regular blocks, suggesting artificial construction. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.